Hey, welcome to Comics Covered. I'm John, and this is Matt, co-founders of CoverPrice.com, and we will be your hosts today as we journey through everything that happened in comic bookdom in the last 24 hours, maybe week-wise. A lot of fun stuff today, actually. We're going to talk about the website and show you some cool things that you might not know, some power pro tips for some of you guys, and a lot of other fun things. But before I do, Matt, how are you? He's thinking. He's trying to unmute himself. He's
Yeah, there you go. I lost my StreamYard link. I buried it in links and couldn't find where I put it there. There we go. I'm just pulling together the names of last week to do the Rewind crew. We were going to give something away.
Yeah, we were going to give away another shirt for anybody who wins for the Rewind.
Well, I'm trying to find my link. Sorry, I totally forgot about it. So now I'm like running off of trying to remember where everything is here.
Well, I will say thank you and hi to everybody who's in the comments. We got Derek. What up, Derek? Love for Comics. What up? We got Terry. We got Gold Gauntlet Comics. That's a cool name. And I like the abstract gold gauntlet there.
You keep doing your thing.
And also Awesome Sauce. What up, indeed. Yeah, so today, a couple things that are coming up, I think, for Cover Price is, one, we're going to be at a C2E2 over in Chicago next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. I always say, if you see us and you give Matt a nice soft hug from behind, we will give you a merch, some shirts or something, or a hat, anything we have on us. But it's got to be from behind, and it's got to be kind of weird, so that Matt talks about it later to me, like, why did that happen? And I'll be like,
and I will press charges. So there you go. So
one of these days, someone's going to do it, and I'll be just the happiest person ever.
So yeah, I'll be like, I'll just wail on someone and be like,
that's like,
what do they do?
Windmilling. I'm like, no, that's the opposite. But yeah, at C2E2, we a bunch of our team members are going to be out there, so you're going to see a lot of Cover Price in full force at the event. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, if you see us, say hi, and we'll give you some stuff maybe, and we can talk comics in person. What else? Oh, we have a couple cool things going on at C2E2. We're going to be working with eBay Live to do a giveaway similar to what we did at New York Comic Con. And that is going to be fun because we are going to give away some of the exclusives from the show. We may source some other comics from just in general to give away. And it's all for charity. It's kind of like a flash auction. What we learned last time was we left I don't know if you guys saw it, but last time we did the thing with eBay, we left the window of bidding open for 3 minutes while we talked about each book. And that brought each book up to $10. This is going to be a 30-second bid, put your bid in kind of thing. So it'll keep the price down to maybe, $1 or something like that per book. And everything, of course, goes to charity.
I mean, what's interesting is there's not going to be as many exclusives for this con. But there weren't many for WonderCon. But all the ones that were available there, it was like the Spawn and then Big Clutch's G.I. Joe Mark Spear set. Those all sold out. Everything was super hot. So, it kind of goes to show you, even though there's not a ton, stuff still moves. So hopefully we'll find some of those, more popular covers.
Yeah. And even if not, I mean, just highlighting who's at the con, talking about the books and stuff will be fun. We're going to put links all across the site so you can get there. But remember, you don't have to be at the con. This is for you guys who can't make it. Also, it'll just be on eBay Live, and we'll just give away as much as we can. But that's going to springboard into another thing we're doing. We're going to do a follow-up one probably with CGC, a giveaway for some slabbed stuff after that. But the thing that I'm most excited about, to be honest, I mean, all that's fun and exciting, is we're going to be doing a big fundraiser for Comic Book for Kids. Excuse me, my voice is all crazy.
You just got choked up when you said it. You're like,
Comic Book for Kids. If you guys are not familiar with it, comicbooksforkids.org is a nonprofit that it's basically everything we got into comics for, to be honest. It's there are kids in hospitals who are stuck there getting treatment, and they're bored, and they are obviously having a horrible moment in their life. dealing with whatever they're dealing with, Comic Books for Kids sends them boxes of comics to read. Literally, Mark Weiss, the guy who runs it, we saw him at Comics Pro, and we said, like, we love what you're doing. Let's see if we can just raise some money for you so you can do more of this great stuff. And and so the cool thing about it, and we'll get into it, we're going to have Mark on in future weeks when we talk about it. It's going to be like a 30-day long fundraiser from GoFundMe. But what we're trying to do is, we want to raise like $10,000 for him so that he can continue to do that amazing work. It's really cool stuff. So that's happening later on.
It's better than my charity, Hugs for Cats. It's not popular.
Everyone loves hugging cats, not bathing cats.
It's just you just pick up stray cats and you give them a hug.
Well, it was better than your bathing cats idea before.
That's right.
A lot of scratching.
Cats and water slides.
Yeah, I still think that has legs. I think you could do something like that.
One day. So we have two prizes to give away. We have basically the one for the Rewind crew last week, which there weren't many here. There was only 11 entries. So, geez Louise. Tells me that people don't like free stuff and they don't like commenting. So
or they're not watching the show. Who knows?
And then we have, what do you want to give away tonight? A hat? What did we do last week?
Last week we did an Anything You Want, and Mr. Shen chose the hoodie that I just fulfilled. If you're watching, Jack Shen. But this week we're going to do, for the Rewind, we're going to do a T-shirt, and for today the giveaway is going to be a hat. And you get to choose a hat because we have different options.
Let's see. I want to make sure, Derek, you're on this. Are you on this? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the wheel, and I'm going to spin it. Let's see if I can share here.
JD.
How do I share my screen? There we go.
Spin the wheel of destiny.
All right, here we go. So first off, we'll jump back to here. Oh man, there's an ad right there. Based off the comments from last week, if here were the folks that commented, and I grabbed their names. I took out, there were some repeat folks in there, so I took one out there. That was a repeat. So make sure that if you were in this, that you are on this. So I told him for JD, that's my hopeful for the before. Like someone was joking, like there was Channing Tatum, and he lost like a lot of weight, I guess, recently. And I'm like, everyone was like, I wish I was his before. My goal is his before.
I'm gonna give you some music for the wheel.
Oh, is that what we're doing? All right. So it looks like no one's complaining that their name is not on there. Derek, is your name on there? Oh, this must be it. Yeah, Magnus. Yeah, there you go.
Why does it say Matt DeVoe 15 times? That's weird.
That's right. Yeah, that would kind of suck. All right, ready to go?
Let's do it. Let's see. Winner. I don't know if my lo-fi music is the best.
Oh, hey, man, you willed that into existence. Jeez Louise.
Hey.
That was not on purpose, folks.
Magnus 72.
I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go back and tag the winner. Here, I'll do it anyways. Where is Derek on this? Here we go.
Congrats, Derek. There he is.
Man,
so Derek,
congrats.
Reach out to me, john@coverprice.com, and let me know the shirt size, the logo color, and the shirt color. Go to the, I'll post the our storefront real quick.
There we go. Just congrats. There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, that's nice and easy. Derek's on here all the time. So Derek, I don't know if you've won some. I'm sure you've won a book in the past at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, does Derek get to choose whatever he wants as well?
Not this time. It's the shirt this time.
Oh, the shirt. Okay.
Shirt. So you get just send us the like I said, the shirt color, the shirt logo, and the size. I just posted the merch thing and send it to me, and we will get you clothed, sir. For better or for worse.
There we go.
All right. So Matt, what do you want to talk about today, sir?
Well, just kind of looking through the top 10. Here we go. We got that Spawn Brett Booth variant I think these were, I forget the prices of them, but I think they were roughly $40 for the sign. It could have been, I think they were 40 or 30, I forget what they were. They were like $40 roughly. But you were limited to like, I think you could have gotten 4 of the unsigned one and 3 of the signed. I think ultimately you're kind of limited to 7, which seems like a pretty good, like that's a pretty nice number. But pretty much like who's not picking up all 7 at this point, because everyone knows that Spawn variant, especially convention variants, they're just incredibly hot. This cover is pretty freaking awesome. I absolutely love it, and it actually reminds me of I'm trying to find a figure for it, but it reminds me of a specific figure that I used to own.
Oh, with the crazy cape.
Yeah, with the big old fanned out cape. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I'm gonna find it.
That was fun to dust every year or so.
Yeah, I'm never gonna find it, but it definitely reminds me of this old Spawn figure that I used to have, where his cape just went out the whole length of the box, and it was a very similar pose to that. And it was one of my favorite action figures from back in the day.
Yeah.
So this was number 1. This was basically.
I found it, Matt. Here we go. I gotta show it now.
Oh yeah, show. You found it? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I found it because I got mad searching skills here. Give me a sec. There you go. Yeah, it was this one with the cape.
Yeah, but I was looking for the box. I mean, that was the cape. The box. The way that it was set up was very like this cover of the Spawn 3 Ultra. I mean,
it's going for $50 now. Not bad.
If that's how much it costs, basically.
Yeah, going for cover.
I mean, a lot of those figures. It's interesting. A lot of those figures don't particularly, they don't really go that crazy.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, even in box, I could buy it for like $45. Anywho.
Memory
so
lane.
That made the top 10. We do have the signed version. They're both limited to 650. So
and that was the WonderCon variant.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was the hot book of the convention. That and Big Clutch's Mark Spears cover for G.I. Joe. I forget what issue. I'd have to look. But those were the ones that kind of took off in a big way. We have this one. I guess Mary Jane. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but Mary Jane's supposed to be the new Venom.
I mean, I think it's just like they're going through this, like who it could be. So they're look at the variants.
But I know but I think there was some leaks. Yeah, there was all the it could be's, but I think some of the leaks. I mean, this could be April Fool's. Yeah, the JSS Brooklyn. You're probably right. This could be a good April Fool's joke by Marvel, and if so, they won. That would be a pretty good one. I don't think we have any April Fool's jokes planned for tomorrow. So,
no, we don't.
No. I think we stay away from that.
Wink. No, just make everyone anxious.
But yeah, we got Jenny Friesen's Hello Darkness. We got the Tinkerbell Last Boy. So we got Mark Spears Green Lantern, more Invincible. We got Batman Hush, the big giant foil version. That's a lot of foil. We got more leaks from Avengers Doomsday that were kind of confirmed all the photos that we showed a couple weeks ago.
I didn't hear any of the leaks. What did we find out? Catch me up.
I don't know specific. I haven't looked at it, but I just know that I know that it's causing everything to treat. There was actually what I did see was actual footage from the film. Like that's what was leaked were the Hulks walking around in the Hulk land, and then there was you saw Doctor Strange as the character. I'm blanking on this character, the sorcerer, and that. Oh my god, I can't remember names. I'm terrible, especially when I'm on the spot here. But it was interesting to see everything that a lot of those leaks turned out to be true.
So that's crazy because a lot of those leaks were awesome. Like you said, the whole Hulk world walking around and stuff.
Yeah, it seems to be, everything seems to be accurate. So, you know. And did you watch the chairs last week?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you didn't watch the live stream? They did, what was it, 3 hours? They just showed the backs of a bunch of chairs with people's names on it, and they just went one by one for 3 hours. They would stay on one chair for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then slowly scroll to the next.
Jeez.
So they released the biggest takeaways were, Igor said that cover price is dropping on our mobile app. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No joke. It's happening. It really is.
Right. When I saw John says this extra page is not 11 by 17. Yeah, the Hush is 11 by 17. It's huge. I have some 11 by 17, and there's no way to protect them. Like, they're just sitting up there collecting dust. So I've learned my lesson. So no, it was interesting to see a lot of that stuff trending. And I don't want to there's basically all the characters that were announced. The biggest takeaways were all the original Fox X-Men characters. So James Marsden's back, Alan Cummings back as Nightcrawler, Professor X, Magneto. A lot of those actors are back playing their original roles. So the theory is that that's also going to be an Avengers versus X-Men kind of thing. I don't know. There's a lot of whatever's going on. There's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Like Patrick Stewart, like his ex.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's someone said that Marvel's just trying to get back people, get everyone back with a lot of fan service. Like, oh, you like the 3 Spider-Man, eh? Oh, you like you like all this nostalgia. Well, here we're just gonna pepper you with nostalgia. Like after Wolverine and Deadpool, where they brought back all these, Chris Evans as Human Torch, and they brought back Pyro, and they brought back, they brought all these characters back. People enjoyed it, and they also showed Gambit. Yeah. Oh, Channing Tatum returns as Gambit.
But I mean, they liked it because it was in Deadpool and it was funny. It wasn't like. Yeah. I want a cinematic universe to be built again. I want all this stuff.
I do miss a good story. That's the one thing we've been without. Like Wolverine Deadpool is not a good story per se, for me at least. It was, it's not something I go back and rewatch for the story. Yeah. It was fun to see in the theater. I enjoyed the experience. Do I feel inclined to see it ever again? Probably not so much, really. Actually, it's one of those films where I'm kind of like, I saw it one and done for me.
Yeah.
I do replay the Gambit scene every now and then. I do enjoy that scene and maybe the Human Torch scene. But other than that, I would really like to get back to like a really good, meaty comic book story.
Oh my God. I cried at Endgame, like that's how freaking good that story was. Like just the climax of it all, like the crescendo of it. So yeah, I don't know.
Despite me telling you that Iron Man died like 3 years before that.
Yes.
You were so mad.
You whisper it right before.
No, I told you like years before. Remember?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna remember that.
You were so mad.
You whispered it during the movie. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're just kind of teasing. Maybe they're going to do the whole like, oh, it's a different multiverse and they're all dead now, and now we're going to go with the new one.
This is trending in this Fantastic Four here, because there's a theory that it's the Doom in that film is going to be Nathaniel Richards. And there's a lot of, it's everything. So Nathaniel Richards cameo. It's not his full first appearance, I think. But this is his first full. The next one, 273. Yeah, first full appearance. We'll see. This is going to be a big and a very busy film. It definitely seems like it's going to be a lot of moving pieces around for it. Which, as long as it moves the story forward, I just really want a good cohesive story again. Anything.
Yeah, no, I mean everyone's kind of. I can see most of the original X-Men getting killed. Would you say, Awesome Sauce? I'm sorry, getting killed off at some point. We're doing something to pass towards New Cal. Oh, totally. Like, yeah, you can't have Patrick Stewart being Charles Xavier for much longer. The younger years are fun. You know,
he's already like slowing down a little bit there too. Like, you know, he's not your spry Charles Xavier. He's not your you know, throw him in a Shi'ar suit and he can walk again and fight with the rest of his X-Men. I don't know. I mean, anytime you're going to see the X-Men again is a good time. I don't love that.
I'm flashing back to Strange Multiverse, where he was great, but his death scene, he was like,
right.
And you're like, oh, that's a.
Oh, right. When Doctor Strange, yeah, that was a big tease when they brought back the Illuminati.
They already killed him. Well, I mean, a variant of him or whatever.
Which should go like, which ties into, if you guys haven't seen, we do have if you haven't watched this, we have with Izzy. He has some great reflective videos here. And we also have a reflective article. This one was good because it really throws back to when all the Captain and the Captain America's Falcon as Captain America books were all trending. What, 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago. And what they're doing today. So, like the week before, to tie into what we were talking about, it was very Illuminati heavy from 3 years ago, and all those books are like way down. So if you want to kind of jump into watch this video after this is done, it's a fun video. It really goes into, you know, the highs and lows of what happened 4 years ago and the dangers of kind of content speculation and the journey that a lot of these things take.
Do you want to put the link in the chat here?
Yeah. There was a good online conversation about the article itself. And a lot of people were again talking about this narrative that comics are dead, you know, and it's just not the case. Like it's again, all these blue chip books are down. But I was telling someone, like, you know, who was responding to, they're like, hey, look at what happened with the first appearance of Thanos. And they're using this example of like, I bought it for $2,000 and then it jumped up to $6,000 and he was like excited, and then it just got it to 22 at its peak, and then it dropped back down to like now 6. But now he's sad. So it's like this person that was making these comments. But the interesting thing was like it was a success before it got to 22 and before it went crazy, but now it's a failure because now it's, you know, because people really latch on to what they lost instead of what they gained, right? So like he gained $4,000, but feels like he lost out on that 22. And I think a lot of people are going through that, where they see the opportunities they could have had. Yeah, Derek says, if I had $1 every time I heard comics are dead. He missed out on, like, you know, what that high could have been. The other thing I've noticed that, you know, as money's tight, and this is like for most collectors have a very tight monthly budget. Comic books are expensive. Just going in there buying your monthly comics is expensive. A lot of people have a strict budget. A lot of people are not buying blue chip keys. Like a lot of these books at their lowest are still $500 plus, if not way more. A lot of people don't have that type of money. So now, like, a lot of these books are people with disposable income, right? It's for people who, and not just some disposable income, but you have a lot of disposable income where you can spend $5,000-$10,000 on a book and just write it out for another 5-10 years and lock that 5-10K up. Most people can't do that. So like those buyers, I feel are really not gone, but they're just not. There's just a lot less of them. A lot of us can't buy those big books anymore. What do you think?
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know. Like if you can't play in that, the other thing is if you don't know what to do. A lot of new collectors are not any way willing to put down more than $1,000 on a book if they're not really proper speculating and collecting and stuff like that. But the new release stuff, the modern stuff, sure. You've seen, you'll see all that stuff on the TV shows, movies, and stuff like that. They feel familiar with it. I mean, look at Invincible for a second. I guess that's a bad example because that is worth over $1,000 for the #1. But I think that people are more connected to stuff too that they buy. Rather than like the older stuff that Silver Age, Golden Age stuff. They Spidey friends and stuff like that. Like that's a different generation.
I mean, so here's the thing. Like, so this was pretty popular out the door. Like here's where we are. A lot of people like to get on their shop. Not everyone is buying for speculation and buying for profit. The hope is that when you go in, you feel secure in making your purchases, knowing that these things hold some type of value and maybe they'll go up. But that's not your sole reason. One of the reasons is you like an artist, you like a book, you want to read the book. Variety of reasons. But there is that intention as like, hey, there's some value here. Now it's fun, like for this Mary Jane book, for example, the Venom book. It was selling for $21. Now it's trending at $95. Like, that's fun, right? To go in there and maybe you got it for $5, $10, $20, and now it's selling for $95. To kind of you go on these rides, and even though you're not going to sell, it's kind of always fun to see what they're doing.
Plus, some of that stuff you can still get in the shop. You can still walk in and be like, I got it for $2, and I'm gonna sell it for $100 or whatever.
I mean, here's a book you could have bought for $5 a couple weeks ago. It's selling for $20. Here's like this Daredevil book, this Batman book. Well, maybe not this Batman book, but this Daredevil book, these Avenger books, this Iron Man book. They're in the dollar bins. You can find them. Maybe not. This Iron Man is not prevalent anymore because people pluck them out. But theoretically, a lot of these books you can find in back issues for cheap, or if not, $1. You're not going to find these Invincible books because those are pretty much picked through. But for the most part, you should be able to find stuff on this list relatively cheap, which is why these books are on the top 10. Is because they're the books that people can afford. These are this is why you're not seeing Hulk 2081 pop up on the list every week, because even though it is a big book and it's a key book and everyone wants a copy, it's just not a book that,
well, the volume is out there.
Yeah, people are fighting over because it's kind of like you can't afford a Hulk 2081. Maybe one day, maybe you work your way up to it, but it is the way that things happen. Yeah. Awesome Sauce says, I've been hearing comics have been dead since 1995. Theoretically, in 1995, to 2000,
comics were dead almost.
That was probably legitimate concern because Marvel went bankrupt, and Image Comics had people had proven itself, like all the books that they launched in 1992 and 1993 were in the millions and did not perform the way that people were hoping that they were going to perform, like taking their kids to college with them. So in that 95 to 2000 realm, it was kind of scary. Like we've actually talked about it before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you something better to look at here. There was something like back in the late 90s, actually in 2000, when what saved comics was the Ultimate line. Was that was kind of like Marvel's Hail Mary pass. If that didn't work, Marvel was dead, and if Marvel died, a lot of shops and comics themselves would have went down with it. But because that Ultimate line was successful, it brought people back in shops. It was actually Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men that really brought to life the aftermarket of comics.
What broke my heart is I loved the X-Men, Ultimate X-Men with Nick Fury. It was so fun, but none of those really are doing well right now, are they?
Well, Ultimate Spider-Man's coming back. It's one of those books that's climbing.
If I may, Matt, let me steal the screen for a second here.
Yeah,
and
Ultimate X-Men has not come back. It's a book that has not been highly revisited, even though it was really good. I did like their take on Wolverine. I really liked their take on Magneto. And my favorite part of that whole series was that they used Multiple Man as like the one-man army. Like he only had like a handful of henchmen, Magneto, but he had Multiple Man and had thousands of him doing all the work, like building his like fortress and stuff.
So Yeah, no, I remember that. That was so good. It was so good. But check this
Yeah.
out. So I'm in the collection section on Cover Price. I just want to show you guys, like, a lot of people don't know.
Ultimate Comics saved Marvel, then Star Wars saved comics. Star Wars 1978 helped save Marvel as well. Yeah. I mean, I definitely believe that for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. So check it out. Like in the collection section on Cover Price, if you just type in and search, your whole entire collection will auto update, and then you can do filtering and stuff. But like right now, yeah, here's Ultimate X-Men. I know I have it in my collection. $6. You know, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Like none of them are really sexy.
No. You know, I still pick up Ultimate X-Men when I see them. You know, I mean, actually, in hindsight, if you click on Ultimate X-Men, there was one of the I always wanted this one variant. It's sketch one where he's ripping through the cover. Like I should, you should take the time to like revisit these books that I wanted back in the day, but they were really expensive. Yeah, there you go. Like I really wanted one of those 2 covers, especially that sketch one, the Dynamic Force cover. But they were super pricey back in the 2000s. But yeah, $30. I actually should revisit and pick one up. If you go to Ultimate, here I can pull up Ultimate Spider-Man. But Ultimate Spider-Man has been trending with
okay.
A lot of those the variants have been picking up steam for about 5 years now. And it's mostly because I mean it really was that Ultimate Spider-Man was a fantastic it's great for kids, it's great for adults. It was great for pretty much any comic book fan to read. And it had the right amount of nostalgia. That Dynamic Forces one on the left, and then that white one was pretty much, those were like the really pricey, hard to get ones.
Yeah, 114 and 200.
Yeah. Those were, I think the white ones, picking up a lot. I see that one pop up in the aftermarket. Then there's some crazy there's some rare stuff in that too.
Like what?
Oh man, I forget. There's like an error one. Go back to the first.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah, I believe it's here. You can look at the prices right there. The
Game Boy back cover. That's cool.
Scroll down a little bit. I forget which one it was. Maybe is that no barcode? Maybe I'm misthinking it. It's pretty much that white variant is the one that's
the big one. Yeah,
the big one right now.
That's
but
cool.
The one that used to be even more expensive was that Dynamic Forces one on the far left, the Casada one. That used to be unattainable in 2000. So it's kind of fun.
Well, here, let me show.
Really had a good chat. Question for the chat: what's one book reasonably priced that you would want to add to your collection this year? And the key point is like reasonably priced. Also like it is something to remember. Like it's not everyone would love to have these big expensive keys in your collection, but like we've had this conversation with many people at conventions, and they're saying why aren't people buying these big keys also from the retailers? They're saying that their sales are slow. Same reason. Like if you walk into a convention, and I'm definitely this. If I walk in there with $300, I don't want to blow it all on one low grade key. I want to maybe buy about 10 different exclusives and hope that one of them takes off. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, it was nice to be able to have that one take off, or 2 or 3, be able to sell them and then pay for all the books that you kept, so that you break even. There's no shame in doing that. There's no shame in flipping a book to pay for what you bought. A lot of people would do that if there was a big variant sitting on your wall. Some people would ride it out and like to just sit on that variant for a while, and other people would just take that immediate money if it was trending in a big way. And that money just helped you to pay for the next week's books. And this is the one industry where you can do that. But I would love, if people share their.
For here, let's go through those real quick. But so Derek says, super villain classics #1 Galactus. We got some ASM. Is that 51 or 15?
51.
51. Let's see. Oh, I was thinking Amazing Fantasy 15.
That's
World Under Doom, the Delotto Virgin, nice. Betting Veronica, 320. How about you, Matt? What would you do if you could get anything?
My stuff is random. You know that. So here's one thing, an article that we're planning to do, is for all of our team members to share what books they've recently picked up. Like, you know, every week we'll do this. What books they recently picked up, just a handful of their favorites, and then what books they're looking for. And for better or worse, people don't love to share what they're looking for because then people go after them. But like some of my stuff is like super random. Like I'll show you which ones that I'm looking for. Let's see if I can.
While you're doing it, my one from last year that really just annoyed me that I didn't get was the Akira Batman. You know, Absolute Batman. And I know what they had. You know, the second print kind of came out, and the second print's actually kind of cooler looking. But I kind of that one I missed.
All right, let's see if I can show. I wonder if I have to jump around. All right, let me share. While you guys are, I'll share what I look for. These are my top books. They're literally on my desktop to remind myself that I'm looking for them.
Do you want me to go back to your screen? Do you want to share your screen?
Sure. But I got to share screen. A window. Okay, so here's some of the stuff that I've been looking for. So I'm a big fan of
that's my screen here. Let me move mine. There you go.
Okay. So I'm not a huge True Blood fan, but I'm a big fan of oh my god, what is her name? Now that I'm on the spot, like I can't remember names at all. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. You keep talking.
No, I'm Deborah M. Wool, right? Yes, there you go. It popped up as I was typing it. Deborah M. Wool. So I'm a big fan of hers. I love her on Daredevil. This book, this Legacy Edition, this incentive photo variant, super hard to find. And then to also say there's another one. There's another one that I'm looking for. I've shown this one to Mr. Longshort, with the hope that as he's digging, it comes across it. Actually, you know what? Jen found me a copy. One of our employees. So this is the other one. This True Blood 4 retailer incentive. Incredibly hard to find, and like I can't tell you how hard this has been to find. There hasn't been a copy that's hit eBay in 3 years, and we are able to see that. So same with the other one, that Legacy cover. Not one copy has ever hit eBay that we've seen since 2016. So, and then the other one that I actually ask around at conventions is this one.
Do photo covers do well, or is this more just for your PC?
Oh, photo covers are hot, but it's not really. It's kind of a mixture of one, the challenge of finding them. That's fun. One, I want them, right? Maybe one day I'll get them signed, and then they'll be part of my PC. That's probably my overall intention. And I'm very selective on the ones I want to get signed. Here's the other one. I'm a big fan of Amperella, and I'm a big fan of Warren Liu. Or Lau, if you want to say Lau, but it's Liu. But this is his Vampirilla 1 from 2016, I believe. Incredibly hard to find. There's one on eBay right now, a 9.8 for $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. It has never hit that high. The last sale we tracked was like, I think 50 or 60 for a raw.
Whoa, really? That's insane.
But this is probably the top of the books that I'm looking for. Anywho.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you want those are kind of the stuff I'm looking for, but yeah, keep going. Do
you want to jump in the collection section, or?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do a walkthrough. So here, let me share my screen real quick.
To talk to what Mr. Albuquerque is saying here. Yeah, J. Scott Campbell did those for that Tainted Love series that I showed. So that was the incentive cover for the 4th issue. And he did a series of connecting covers for the first issue, and then I think also several ones. But like it was in that Painted Love series that he did a lot of connecting covers for. But then there's like 7 different versions of that connecting cover set. But yeah, it's a good set. Good one.
Yeah. Rudy's saying that he regrets in terms of photo covers, the selling his Chadwick Boseman cover, Black Panther.
Yeah, a lot of these. I mean, I had all the Robert Downey Jr. ones in my hand, like literally there. I had multiple copies of each of them. They're at my local comic shop. They're in the back issues. This is one they're selling for $1 a piece, $3 a piece, and I was like, yeah, these are never going to take off, and I put them back, and now they sell for $400.
That's the story. That's always the story, right?
Yeah, and I have none. I didn't keep any of them, so it was dumb. What are you going to do though?
So jumping into the collection stuff, there's so many little things I think that people just don't know about that I wanted to call out that I think is kind of fun. One is, obviously the whole thing of cover prices, we aggregate all the sales data and we tell you what your collection's worth, and like pretty much real time. I mean, we update this thing multiple times per day. We're bringing in like 25,000 sales that we then filter and figure out if it's right or not. We have a team of humans that go through and look at the all the quarantine stuff. So there's both programmatic review, there's like algorithms, there's the human component, all of that to say like, hey, what's my damn comic worth, right? And that's what we do. And so what you can do is, see your entire collection. Here's my collection, but it's not everything. It's just a couple of things. But what you can do, which is cool, is like literally, I was just looking, if I wanted to reminisce about collecting NYX way back when, because that was my jam, you can just type it in and it'll just pull up everything right there. All my Spider-Man covers, right? If I just want, Spider.
But one thing, a lot of people probably don't realize what's kind of fun, and actually, so there's this site. The way that this site runs, it works for a bunch of different people. If you're like me, you kind of just like to jump in, look up the value of a book, and kind of jump out. You might not add everything to your collection, but there's a benefit to doing that. So if you add stuff to your collection, you can look and see what things are trending for, and you can sort them by the most valuable. What is the most valuable trending in your collection, or seeing what the most recent trends are. And you might be surprised at some of the things that are moving, things that you might not pay attention to. I mean, that's the whole power of like if you have 1,000 books in there, you're not going to be able to pay attention to everything. I would do recent market sales.
I like going to my most expensive books that I have, and I'm so happy with these. I'm so like I see these and I'm always
you don't have that Buffy the Vampire Slayer one, do you?
I do. I got it one of the cons we went to, and I picked
the one
it up.
On the far right.
Yeah.
You have that?
Yeah.
We just covered that in our Shaker report too.
I know. I saw it. And I thought, yeah, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
You didn't say that.
Take that, Matt. That always gives me shit for my collection. How you like that?
Well, yeah, way to have a good eye. I'm not shocked.
It was all strategic. Yeah.
I thought you just added it like because you liked it. It was like your wish list and you had it. Well,
no, I have it I'll find it. The funny thing
John just bought it. No, that would break our rules. Never buy it out of what we just covered it a couple weeks ago in our Shaker report because it sold for what was that $350. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, it would be a terrible time. Don't buy it when it's at $350. You buy it when no one's paying attention to it.
I just like Buffy. And I bought it like, what was that, 3 years ago? 2019, yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's like probably one of the most valuable Buffy books there, like in raw books.
But
too.
That's great. But check this out. I never would have known that had I not just filtered by, well, obviously I read cover price content, but if I didn't filter, it's a great way to just kind of be like, okay, let me see. Oh yeah, there's that Wolverine. There's that, like, I remember the comic bug version of Edge of Spider-Verse we got.
Yeah, but if you want to see like recent trends, like, what your most valuable books are, what are the surprises?
Okay, let's see. Recent market sales, or do you want trend?
Yeah, go recent market sales or current market trends. That's it. That's current market trends.
Well, here's recent market sales. So stuff that's sold in the market.
Yeah, those are the recent sales.
Yeah,
Current
here's
market
the
trends are
highest
So
percent.
that's what you want to look at. So it's kind of interesting to see. It's interesting that they're grayed out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not a lot trending in.
Well, I don't have like the best collection for that. But of course, and then you can see your graded stuff like and again, like we show grade as a blue bar on the thing. But there's other cool stuff is Matt wanted me to go into this. Let me show you real quick. Estimated value. If you click on the list view, I can go through and look at what my gain is for each one. So I got into this book at $3.99 and it's worth now, my gain is $1,800, right? And it's really cool. And that's only if
you have that down as a 9.6.
I think it's a 9.6. Why?
That's the one with the line on the front, right?
No, it's not a line. It's a printing error. It's unique. You snob. No, but you
have to show the people. You have to pull it out and like see. Anyway.
Like right here, but yeah, it's basically. I'd love the community's opinion because I bought this and I thought it was amazing. I didn't even look at the cover too much as a kid, and the bottom part right here has all this like inking smears, like it's smeared on the bottom a little bit from the ink, but the comic's in perfect condition. So I'm always like, is it worth that? Is anyone going to pay that for a smeared cover? But it's unique.
If you put it in as a variant and call it the rumble error, watch it, you'll see like, oh, the rumble error. That's the rare one you want, folks.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I don't know if what do you guys think? Would that help the price or hurt the price? If
it's a good question around printing errors. So when you have a common printing error that affects a majority of the book, like for example, you have some of the Venom variants that they're missing ink, right? And there's a white variant, they're missing like one whole color that makes it like an entirely black cover. Yeah. Those have high value. When you have these one-off printing errors, where that's not a very well-known error, right? That is literally a copy was at the end of the print run, and then it got like the ink just ran out right at the end, or there's someone pulled it off the line at the last minute. Those one-offs is kind of a complete mystery unknown. Now, if you send it into CGC, you would get a green label. You would get some type of qualified grade. So if you had a perfect copy, it looked 9.8, you would get a qualified green cover, and it would say printing defect right at the bottom. Now it depends on the collector and the people that see that error, and they're like, "I've never seen that before. I want it," or I've never seen that.
That ruins the comic. I hate it.
It's some of them a lot of them are hit or miss. I've seen some error books take off in a big way, and some completely do nothing on popular books. It really depends on finding the right buyer at the right time, who might be interested in something like that. It's because it's not common. I would probably say it's worth more. It's probably worth. It probably has more value. I wouldn't say it has more value than probably if you had a 9.8 of that book and a 9.8 in that error. I don't know. I honestly, I don't even know what to expect from that. It could go really either way.
JD very kindly said I can send it to him and he'll check it out. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, well, he's just going to review it for you and then send it back.
I appreciate it, JD.
But yeah, if you can find it, like if you have a moment, go dig it out and.
Well, I'll get that red spike from Vampire Slayer, so you can see that too. So I'm pretty sure I'm like 100% sure I have it, but I'll find it just to prove to you guys.
But I would love to see that, Eric, because I thought it was like a crease or something. Or
no, it's literally like the bottom part, like where the barcode is. It looks like it's got streaks from the ink. It just got pulled down.
The most craziest error I had a Fables book that was printed, so it was like a quarter of the book was missing. Like it was like printed at an angle, and it was so the bottom right was all white, and then the book was completely misaligned. So like the cover, instead of being straight, it was all crooked.
Stamps and stuff, like some of the most rare stamps are the ones that have the weird, angle on it and stuff.
Right, printing defects. But
Yeah.
usually it's when it's a common defect. Qualified books can demand big books. Yeah. Well, so the Wolverine 145, the Silver Claws, it was the bone claw. So the bone claw was missing the silver or the gold. I forget which one. Either one, I guess. They're missing that foil, the bone claw ones. And the bone claw ones, you get that qualified grade, and they are kind of rare. But there's been a lot of controversy around that because there's a theory, I've never tested it. I have a copy of the gold version, that you can use a hairdryer to remove that foil. And because it's such a small concentrated part of foil, like that could pull out that foil. I don't know if that's true. This is just
everyone ruins their book.
right. It's just like,
gotcha.
I kind of want to test. I kind of want to test it out to see, not to like sell it, but I just want to I want to myth buster it, right?
If you film it so we have something for some content.
Like, here's my warped copy of Wolverine 145. That is a great cover too. 145.
Another cool thing is, we can show you all your key comics in your collection. You can hover over them and it'll tell you why it's key. A lot of people don't know that. Oh yeah, I got that one too. I got that signature. But the other cool thing, I think I saw in the chat, yeah, we have a wish list. You can put all your comics in there in the wish list and then quickly sort by it. What we do for a lot of the conventions, just add everything you want from the convention and then search, for example, C2E2. And you'll just see your convention list in your wish list as you're going through, and it has the booth number and all that stuff on it.
Right, and you can create like virtual boxes with it too if you just want to put all those books that you're looking for at the convention. But you got to add them to your collection.
But the cool thing is, if I say what grade I want, if I want like a 9.4 of this old Amazing Spider-Man, and I hit save, it'll actually pull in what the value's worth as well for that. So you can actually know if you're going to pay the right amount for it based on some of our sales data. So for example, if I just do a 9.8 of, I don't know if this one can get in a 9.8, maybe, probably. There you go, $350. So kind of it's a dynamic way for you to kind of know what you're spending before you get in there, and then it's a shopping list for you. So it's really cool.
I should have just showed my wish list because all the books I showed were on my wish list, and I didn't have to go picture by picture.
Yeah, that would have actually been probably smart. Yeah. And then it would have showed the website, Matt. Right. The other thing is, virtual boxes. You literally can create virtual boxes, make sub collections or mini collections. So if you want to get like all the J. Scott Campbell covers that you own, you can put them into a box, and then you can go inside the box, and you can. I don't know if this is all J. Scott Campbell. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. So you can go through and, search by J. Scott Campbell and the thing, add them to a box, and now I'm just tracking all my Campbell stuff. By the way, this Gamora, I've had this Gamora. I got this a while ago. Never did anything, really.
So Campbell covers are interesting. They either go crazy, or they just kind of stall out. And it is one of those things where you just kind of never know which way it's going to go. It's some of them are huge market performance. Some of them. What was the recent one that kind of was a big surprise? He released some. Was it the road covers?
Yeah, I think
so. I think it was the road covers that did really well. That was a big sellout, and we're doing well in the aftermarket thing. And then like there's his Zatanna one is just as gorgeous, and that's still available. So you kind of never know which way some of this stuff is going to go. But. Very
true. We're about out of time. Let me so let's do the giveaway. So the giveaway today will be for a would you say hat or a shirt?
I'll do a shirt. Why not?
You guys want a shirt or a hat? Okay. All right. So don't forget, you can come to it. We put it in the chat. You can go to Cover Price myshopify.com, coverpricemerch.myshopify.com, and you can go ahead and select any color shirt you want. You can then go into any of the shirts. Once you choose what logo you want, you can say, I want it in berry. That seems to be, it's funny. Some people on our team got that one, Matt. I thought that was fun.
Berries and cream, berries and cream.
Berries and cream. This is a classic, right? The black. Forest green, I think it looks really cool, actually. And of course, some pink. So whoever wins will give you a pink one. No, you tell us what you want.
There's nothing wrong with a good pink shirt. You support breast cancer awareness. You support.
And our to get into this giveaway, it's very self-serving. It's hashtag I love cover price.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
No.
And then we get to say jokes like, "Oh, really, guys? That's nice. Oh, thanks." But if you want hashtag berries and cream.
Berries and cream. Berries and cream.
So hashtag I love cover price, and you will be entered, and we will. But Grumpy, you got to spell it right. Cover price. And yeah.
So here, I'll share it while you're doing that. I'll share my screen real quick.
Sure, I'll remove mine real quick. Go for
it. Let's see a window. Here we go. Oh yeah. So if you're ever looking for it, so when you add things to your wish list, if you want a quick view, it's just right here at the bottom. So you can see here's all the books that I have on my wish list. I really love this. J. Scott Campbell, Turner Fathom. I always love the Brimception Sex Criminals cover. One day I won't. That's one of my top ones. We missed out on this Daredevil from New York Comic Con. But yeah, these are some of the books that I've kind of been meaning to add to my collection. And then yeah, you see the True Bloods there. So.
It's funny that you use that because that if you click on any of those, like click on that Daredevil top right, the JTC one or whatever. Yeah. Click on that. That's actually taking you to the aggregated marketplace, and it'll let you find that for sale on eBay or my comic shop if it's there. Yeah. I don't know why that's not showing up. Maybe it's just for that particular one. But yeah, typically that's your quick shop if you want to find it someplace for cheaps. Not even cheap, just find it.
Yeah, it is a really neat Daredevil cover. We were really bummed. We stood in line for it 3 days in a row, and we missed it. Jesus, all the time.
We were there. He wouldn't give it to us either. He was. We were like,
we would never push for it. Like he was just like, hey, sorry, the line got. That was it. And you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, no. We never pushed, but it was always like, oh man. I don't know if it's case sensitive. Just do both, or just do the way it's spelled there, just to be on the safe side. We got 18 entries so far, so I don't know if that's the good math or not.
While we're doing that, we just have a minute. If you guys are ever looking for articles, like you're looking for that entertainment content tracker, the film tracker, right now you can find it in the carousel right here. But generally, a lot of these evergreen resource articles are going to be on the content page, and they're going to be down here in resources and how-tos. And we're planning to move it to the front of the page to make it a little more accessible. And I don't know why my page is taking a billion years to load. Every image is just porting in through the nether realm. But yeah, here it's right here at the top of the resources and how-tos.
Yeah.
Really.
There you go. We'll get Matt some Starlink or something, or I don't know, something to help his internet. You should probably, Matt.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. Igor says that you're running the alpha version of Cover Price. That's why it's not working.
Right.
You got to upgrade, Matt. You got to upgrade.
Yeah, maybe. It's we're paying for the fastest and best internet you can get in California.
Sounds like it's a router issue. Your Wi-Fi, maybe. Are you on Wi-Fi or you plug directly into it?
I have direct hardwired right here. Yeah.
All right. I have nothing to say then. All right, guys, let's run the giveaway. All right. I love comics. I love Cover Price. We'll get you in there. And by the way, thanks, guys. It's nice to hear every once in a while. It's pretty cool. Pretty sweet of you to say. If you are not a Cover Price member, definitely sign up. It's not too crazy. It's lets you know what your entire collection is worth. It supports the show. It supports our team, and it lets us build more cool stuff. So
yeah, and if you like any of the other shows, the Top 10, the Shakers, if you like, we definitely want to get more views on Izzy's video because the reflective, because he does such a great job editing that together. It's a well produced video. So like share these around if you can. Send them out. Have more people just because it's really good information. Like that's it. It's worth sharing because there's a lot of lessons to be learned in there. Learned.
100% sharing is caring. And Rudy, you are a scholar and a gentleman, sir, for giving it to Harry Beaver.
All
right, here we go. And the winner is
Is there a Harry Beaver in there?
Rudy, oh my God. That's just, oh my God, that's the second time. When you said the first winner, you're like, Derek's going to win. And he went, holy crap.
Rudy is a blue wrench. That seems a little,
still
sketchy there.
Still gets to win. I mean, there's no way to game that. That's just the way it is. Oh, snap, Rudy. Email me, John@CoverPrice. Tell me what logo color you want, what shirt size you want, and what color shirt you want. Go to the shop of our shop, merch shop, and you will see that. But congratulations, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of the folks that are on all the time win. Not that you folks who just jumped in, you are equally as valuable. For those doing the rewind, we'll do more stuff for you guys too in the future. So we'll add it. We won't do anything for next week. Next week we're going to cover C2E2 and kind of talk through that, and we're going to be at that convention that week, as you mentioned at the beginning of the show. So it's going to be, and we're bringing the whole team. So we should do something. If you do have a Cover Price shirt on at that convention, we should find something we can do for that.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. There's going to be a lot of us there, so you'll definitely run into one of us. But again, give Matt a hug from behind, and we'll see what happens.
I would like to stop doing this for
this bit doesn't work anymore.
Let's not do that.
Okay, how about this? A hearty handshake and a secret salute.
If you bring me a pile of comics, how about that?
All right.
Thank
you guys.
Just say hi. How about that?
That works too. Thank you guys for watching. It's always fun seeing you guys. Thank you for the regular show.
Oh God, that'd be the worst.
What'd you say?
Mr. Albuquerque said, "Don't blow in his ear." Oh,
that's my job.
Oh my God, that would be the worst.
Well,
I couldn't imagine anything worse at a convention with close proximity, and then someone like stop breath in your
That just hears, "Don't pay Cover Price for that." And
I feel like we just did some ASMR there.
That's a different show.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Keep on collecting those comics, and we will see you guys next week where we talk about C2E2 and talk about the big giveaway that we're going to be doing. All right.
Cool.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, folks.